Hello everyone. I wanted to place this trigger warning in front of all of my videos for this series because it has to do with teen suicide and the attempt of suicide in general. If this is something that is triggering to you, please enjoy one of my other series. This one can get pretty heavy due to the content. So I do want you guys to be aware of that. I also want you guys to know that you are loved, you are enough, and you matter. If you are ever feeling that way, in a suicidal way or depressed or something like that, please get out there and get help. It's not about pride. To just put that, you've got to put that away. If you are having a rough time, talk to somebody, talk to family, talk to a friend, talk to just a random stranger at the bus stop or something. You know, sometimes it's easier to get off your chest what you're feeling with someone you don't even know compared to someone that's family or friends, just because you don't have to worry about how they're going to think about you or anything like that. You gotta get those feelings out. I've got a couple of numbers here for those that may feel the way that they might be feeling. The purpose of this entire series is to bring awareness to teen suicide and suicide in general. So I do want to give you guys a couple of numbers. The first one, it's pretty simple. It's only 3 numbers. Call 988. If you feel that your needs won't be met from a regular hotline because you might be a member of the LGBTQ plus community, another number that you can call is 866-488-7386. Stay safe, love each other, and help those in need. The world is better with you in it. Thank you. Now enjoy the episode. Welcome back, everyone. Today we will be reading chapter 23. So let's get into it. Chapter 23. Mama Rush needed a tube. She needed brilliant last words. She knew about the gun. I couldn't stay. I wanted to get away, but I had to tell the nurse and Todd and Lisa that Mama Rush wanted to see them, and I had to go after that. Had to go. Out. Away. The nurse went past me into Mama Rush's room before I could say anything. Tube. Maybe he'd put the tube in. Maybe he'd do it now. Last words. No last words. I needed to quit crying. Baby. Baby in the sissy you. I pushed through the doors into the hall. Waiting room to the right. Glass walls, glass doors, a bunch of orange chairs and a table in the middle with magazines. And a phone on top. Todd and Lisa standing by the table. Baby. Sissy you. I'd been in a sissy you. I had been here in this hospital. Did Todd and Lisa and Mom and Dad and Mama Rush stand around the table with the magazines? Orange chairs. When I stumbled inside, Lisa said, "Oh God, what happened?" Tube. I wiped my tears with my good hand. Sissy you. What happened? Lisa pulled at her hair with one hand and flapped her other hand up and down. Tears ran down her cheeks. Did she get worse? Is she... Tube. I closed my eyes and squished out tears. Took a fast breath. Do this right. Slow down. Don't think about the gun. Slow down. Needs a tube. Like me. I pointed to the stupid mark. Beep, click, hiss. Tube. Sobbing, Lisa ran out of the waiting room and straight through the doors into the sissy U. Todd started after her. but I couldn't let him just go. Again, I couldn't. I grabbed his arm. Sorry. God, quit blubbering, baby. Sissy you. Sissy. About all I did. Whatever. All of it. Sorry about being selfish. Big Larry. Freak. Knock it off. Todd tried to pull his arm away, but I held on. Sorry. Tube. You're so self-centered. No, wait. Not you. Me. Freak. Todd shook his arm, but not hard like he wanted to hit me or hurt me or bash me into a wall. You've got problems. Turn me loose. His eyes looked funny, half closed, wet. His jaw popped, grinding his teeth. Todd always used to do that when he was nervous. I remembered that. Todd from before. Alana, I made you hate me over her. Sissy. Sissy you. Don't remember. Doesn't matter. I'm sorry. Sorry. Pop, pop. Todd's jaw. His eyes opened a little wider, then tightened again. He showed his teeth, blew out some air. Todd from after. When he finally said something, his voice sounded rumbly like thunder before a bad storm. Think I hate you over Alana Arroyo? He jerked his arm out of my grip and made me stumble. Caught me by the shirt, face to face, inches from him. Any closer, he'd touch the gun. You think that's it, Jersey? You think that's all? Tube, list, Sissy. It's on the list. Number 6, Alana Arroyo. Asked Todd. I can't believe you. More rumbling, lightning in his eyes. You're a freak. Yeah, freak. Did I hit her? Maybe? Get her pregnant? I pushed back to keep him off the gun. What? Freak. Pregnant. Tell me. Thunder. Lightning. Todd's face got stormier. You stole her. You took her away even though you knew I liked her. She was my girl, and you took her. And you cheated on her and treated her like trash. I opened my mouth, but all that came out was stole, cheated, trash. Todd jerked me higher, closer, back toward the gun. Thunder, thunder. Everything was trash to you back then. Big bad Jersey. You took my starting spot on the football team. You tried to take my spot on the golf team, but you blew that running your smart mouth to coach. Big mouth, bad Jersey. I took your spot? I was standing on my toes now, but I didn't care, except for the gun. Don't let him touch the gun. So, that's why you hate me. Selfish, big Larry, I was a jerk. So self-centered, I bet you think I'm mad at you. I mean, me. Quit saying that. He tightened his grip, words through his teeth, but still thunder. More flashing in his eyes. Closer to the gun. Closer. Thunder. Lightning. I barely touched the floor with the end of my toes. I grabbed his wrist to keep from falling into him. Thunder. Thunder. Quit saying that. Saying what? You're so self-centered, I bet you think I'm mad at you. Thunder. Loud. Thunder. Did the windows rattle? Alana. Shut up! His teeth came apart. Spit hit my face. I didn't say that because of her. I said it because I was mad at myself for giving you another chance. Thunder. You said that? Lightning. Thunder. And more thunder. It couldn't have been Todd. It was a girl. A girl in my memory. But it wasn't my memory, was it? Just what I thought. Just something I stuffed inside the holes in my head. Stupid. Stupid. Thunder. You said that. You. The day you did it. Todd was shaking now. I shook with him on my toes. I tried to talk sense to you and just got the same shit back about how you sucked and weren't good enough and wanted to blow your head off and die. How was I supposed to know you were serious? That you'd do it, you freak? He let go of me then. Just sort of dropped me onto the floor right on my butt. The gun jabbed into my belly, but I didn't really feel it. I didn't move. We were getting over stuff. Quiet thunder. Rain running down his face. But you wouldn't ease up. You wouldn't sleep. You wouldn't eat. You just kept getting weird. And more weird. He shook his head. Then you messed her up. I messed her up. We messed her up, man. I messed up Alana? No. The word exploded through my head. My eyes buzzed. It sounded so loud. Todd leaned down fast, grabbed my shirt, and pulled back his fist, but he was still shaking and he wouldn't look at me. Not in the eyes. We messed up Lisa. We messed Lisa up bad. All the noise in my head stopped, like somebody turned off a switch. Nothing moved inside. Nothing moved outside. Stuck to the floor, stuck to the gun. Lisa. Lisa? She heard it, Todd whispered. His fist dropped. She was standing on your front porch because I called her. I sent my baby sister to see about your worthless ass, and she heard you shoot yourself. I wished I was an orange chair. I wished I was part of the floor. My lips started moving, and I heard myself say, heard it, heard it. Todd let me go and stood up. He rubbed his arm across his face and still didn't look at me. She freaked out and called your mom instead of 911. Your mom was on her way home from work, so she got right there, and Lisa was standing outside when your mom started screaming. Now he looked at me, and I wished he wouldn't. I wished I didn't have eyes or ears. I wished I had died when I shot myself. But I didn't die, and I was hearing this, and I couldn't stop it. She thought she should have gotten there sooner or gone in, maybe stopped you. And later she thought it was her fault for your mom got so messed up. Messed up. Stopped. Stop. Heard. Stop. Shut up. Why couldn't I shut up? Messed her up. And why? Todd laughed, but not happy. More like a bark or almost throwing up. Because you didn't do good in a football game. Because you got suspended from golf for backtalking. Because you made some sucky grades and pissed off your parents and your ROTC commander. You wouldn't listen to anybody and you wasted yourself and messed her up over a whole bunch of nothing. That made me stop talking. I couldn't move again. I couldn't do anything but look at Todd as he backed away from me. That's why I can't stand you. Past the table now, almost to the door, still backing away. That's why I don't want to look at you. At the door, opening the door. You used to be my best friend, man. And Todd was gone. And I was there on the floor, and all I could think about was Lisa and messing her up and tearing up that stupid list because it was nothing. It was all nothing. I killed myself over nothing at all. Later, maybe minutes, maybe an hour, I stumbled out of Mercy East, out to the sidewalk. It was almost dark and a little cold. Nothing. Nothing at all. Where was I going? Not home. Not to Dad. Not to the house and Mom at the beach and JB gone. Not to nothing. Not to the green bedspread and the football rug. Not to before or after or any of it. None of it. Nothing. Home was a long way away. School was closer, in between me and Lake Raven. I messed Lisa up. I did it for nothing. I broke Mom. I did it for nothing. I broke Dad. Nothing. Nothing. Little stuff. Little now. I made little stuff big, and I messed up Lisa and ruined everybody and ruined me over nothing. Nowhere to go. Nothing, nowhere, nobody. Maybe I could think at school, up in the stadium, up in the bleachers. Nobody would be there at night. No girls running races, no cheerleaders, nobody to get in my way. My face felt wet. I was still crying a little, walking and thinking and crying. By the time I got to the school, by the time I got to the bleachers, I coughed like Mama Rush. I needed tubes. I needed to sit down. Everything burned, especially my legs. Wet all over. Sweat and tears. My eyes burned and I rubbed them as I climbed up into the bleachers. Good boy, bad boy. Bad boy dragging. Dragging. My bad arm felt numb. Everything hurt. It was dark. Cool dark. Dark empty. Nothing. Except it didn't smell so good. A little like sweat and old water. Slow down, I said out loud as I flopped down and lay still. The hard metal felt hot through my shirt. The sweaty gun pushed at my gut under my shirt. This was the same seat where I watched Lisa run before I met her honey. Cough, breathe, slow down. The same seat where I cheered with cheerleaders and thought lots about peanuts. Peanuts and cheerleaders just seemed to go together. Breathe, breathe, slow, slow. But I could never be a cheerleader. I could sit with cheerleaders, they could be nice to me, but I couldn't be one of them. I wouldn't be running on a track either, or doing any of the stuff from before. I could like Lisa as more than a friend, but she wouldn't like me that way. She had a honey. I had stupid marks. I messed her up. I messed it all up. For nothing. Was Mama Rush getting her tube? Mom was gone. Dad was broken. School had the winch and algebra, and I got peed on and upset everybody. JB was gone. I didn't have my memory book. I felt like I could have it, but I threw it away. Now it was in the trash. Lots of stuff in the trash. When I could breathe enough, I sat up and pulled the gun out of my pants. I laid it on the bench beside me, bright in the moon. Trash. The gunmetal looked shiny. It would taste oily if I put it in my mouth. I couldn't do that. But I could put the bullets in it. Took forever to get them out of my pocket. I dropped some. Took forever to pick those up. Only found 3. Trash. After I got the gun open, not easy with one hand, I put them in. If I shot the gun, would it fire? Trash. It might be on an empty space. I wasn't sweating now. Maybe I should wait here until it was school again and shoot the guys who peed on me. If I shot Mr. Saban, nobody would have to do algebra for a while. 3x minus math teacher equals nothing. But Mr. Saban looked like Santa Claus, and he was pretty nice. Trash. The guys who peed on me used to be nice too before. Did I make them mean? Did I mess them up too? I thought about the clay people in my dreams breaking all apart. I thought about Mom at the beach, waves and water. Why couldn't Lake Raven be an ocean with a beach? When I thought about Lake Raven, I thought about the place where the benches face the little fence. Beaches. Everybody needed beaches. Thought about how I could climb the fence and do it and fall in the lake with no mess at all for anybody to find. Would that fix things? Beaches. It would for me. You're so self-centered, I bet you think I'm mad at you. Todd said it, I yelled. Then I started losing tears, and I picked up the gun and pointed it toward the school and pulled the trigger. It clicked. Empty space. 3 bullets, 2 holes left. Would the bullet be next if I pulled the trigger again? Triggered. I was triggering. I triggered stuff. I'm self-centered, I whispered. Faces. Lisa. Mom. Todd. I'm self-centered. They say so. I say so. Put the gun on the bench. On the metal. Felt the gun metal and the bleacher metal with my fingers. Even though it was hard, I opened the gun back up, found the 3 bullets, and took them out again. For a second I felt better. I lost tears and breathed hard. But I felt better. Beaches, self-centered. Mama Rush couldn't die, and I needed brilliant last words. What would I say? So long? Goodbye? The geek freak choked on a chicken head? Beaches, peanuts, tube. Cheerleaders, sissy you. Come home, Mom. It's all safe now. Jersey's gone. Beaches. So long, goodbye. Was this how it was before? So long, goodbye. Did I just sit on the bed and try to decide and all of a sudden shoot myself? Tube. Over nothing? It couldn't have been like that. I had to have a reason. Good reason. Or lots of reasons. Reasons that mattered, but they were nothing. So long, goodbye. My stomach started hurting. My breathing got faster and faster. My chest started hurting too. And my head, the fingers on my bad hand curled up. Bullets in the gun. Tube. I had to put the bullets back. So I did. 1 bullet, 2 bullets, 3. Back in the gun. And I felt better again. For a second. Maybe a minute. In and out. With my good hand and my stupid curled fingers. Bullets in, bullets out. I did it over and over and over. Cold. Teeth chattering. So long. Goodbye. There had to be reasons that mattered. But there weren't any reasons that mattered. Now and before. I was tired of thinking about before. Tired of thinking about everything. Tube. So long, goodbye. Bullets out. Bullets in. I dropped another one and let it roll. 2 bullets now. 2 was plenty, because I didn't really want to shoot anyone else. I only needed 1 bullet at Lake Raven. Just 1. In and out. In and out. As fast as I could. So long, goodbye. Cold, cold and tired. Bullets in. I tucked the gun in my pants again and lay back down. Just a minute of rest. Just a little rest would help. I closed my eyes. Brilliant last words. I'd find some. I would. Mama Rush wouldn't need them. I'd find brilliant last words and fix everything. So long, Tube. Goodbye. That's it for this week. We'll see you guys next week with Chapter 24.